Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends of all ages, welcome back to another very exciting episode of Bird Calls with Taun and Preston.
My voice is destroyed.
From doing so many bird calls all day.
Yes.
We've been at it for hours. Here's another one for you.
Oh. That's good. That's a good, chicken?
A coo-bird, actually.
Oh, okay.
Here's another one.
A peregrine falcon?
Yeah. Also known as coo-bird.
Caw! Caw!
Did you know that one?
That is, the bird call of the bird that is warning me when my enemy is coming back to his office, through which I am attempting to search for some sensitive materials.
Okay.
I'm rifling through his desk drawers. I've got the bird positioned at the door. The bird sees the boss coming. He's sending me the signal. Caw, caw. Boss doesn't know the bird.
Right.
So he doesn't think anything of it. It's just a bird.
He's like, there's no possible way someone's searching for my sensitive materials right now.
Tifa, limit.
Nailed it.
Cow.
I was going to go with the double-crested moon swallow, but I think that's a pretty good guess as well. This also segues really well into one of my favorite games of just making up bird names.
Oh.
Because any nonsense you sputter is going to fucking work great.
The triple-breasted whippletit.
Yes. The red-breasted barn hatch. I don't want to play this game anymore. It's getting gross. One more bird call. Honk. Honk. That one's an ugly duckling.
Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell.
Honk.
It just goes to show, because I didn't know it was an ugly duckling until you said it was an ugly duckling.
Right.
I knew it was a duckling, but I couldn't tell it was ugly.
Honk. It's funny because the ugly duckling ends up being a goose, and that was very clearly a goose call. That's what the...
Oh, right. Okay.
That's what I was going for.
That's different from what I was
I've
doing.
angrily thrown down a pen. It's fine.
Oh, I just told Tifa to cure herself, but I wanted her to cure Cloud. I'm such a dunce.
Yeah, well, she's feeling good. She's feeling herself right now.
Yeah, I guess, she could have used it too, but Cloud's just kind of in a bad spot in general.
Unlike how Eris was earlier.
Yeah. Now she's gone. I have the hyper, and I can't even do it.
Hyper. Herself.
Um,
Recharge a little bit.
Reset.
Uh huh. Do you want me to hit reset? I think it's the green button up there. I got it. I don't mind. No, here we go.
Taun.
Yeah.
Did you notice? I don't know if this has been addressed yet.
Uh huh.
Did you notice that I moved the PS symbol?
Oh, good move.
Yeah.
I love it. I approve of this very heavily. The front of my disc tray on my PlayStation 2 is broken off, so I can't actually spin that.
You mentioned that when you first told me that I could spin that.
Okay, I couldn't remember if I told you that mine was broken.
You did tell me that, and I think I was editing those episodes, and I was like, I'm gonna change this.
This one's for you. Twist. Spoiler. I stood up. Well, not spoiler, but extra information. I stood up to mime as though I was going to press the reset button on the PS2, which unleashed all of just the sweat and body smell that I've been housing beneath me for the past 30 minutes. I don't know if Preston caught it, but I smell me
my
very
nose
heavily.
is entirely black.
Tight. This is a phenomenal outcome. This is the best possible outcome.
I keep forgetting to give Tifa more material because I
These
think
motherfucking propeller hands over here.
yeah, these guys.
Twisty digis. They just got those digis that twist, you know?
The Digitwists.
Digi twisting digis. The digis
Digitwists
that also
are the
twist.
champions. Ugh.
You're my champion.
You're my Garudamon.
Excuse you? Gesundheit? Or should I say You're in the middle of recording something?
Can you can you can you play the same bird name game with Digimon? Can you make up names of Digimon?
I think, you know, like, voice to text technology on your phone where you can, like, say something and then it types it out?
Yeah.
I think sneezing into that is how you play that game, and then then reading the word that it smells.
And then having Siri
Spells.
read it back to you.
Yeah. What's your Digimon name?
Oh, I don't know anything about Digimon.
It's Preston, Mon. I'm creative and inventive.
And charismatic, and my mom says I'm handsome.
Wow, that's so nice of her. That's so cool that you remember when she calls you handsome, and just like every time someone else calls you handsome, it just goes right over your head. Like no one else has ever called you handsome.
I'm like, yeah, I know.
I'm just sitting on this couch right
Oops.
next to you, and maybe I call you handsome, and you just ignore it.
I'm like, yeah, it's fine. What? What did you say?
You're being hurtful.
And you're like, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Nothing really matters. I can see.
Everybody hurts.
Thank you. I really need you to do more singing bits because I cannot sing at all. And like,
No,
normally that's fun where like I can't sing and haha, that's funny,
Yeah.
but like you can actually sing, so it's just embarrassing.
you know, it was funny that we were talking about Disturbed just the other day.
Okay.
But I was going back, and I think on either the session of Final Fantasy VII before this,
Okay.
or Link to the Past, I was listening to it, and I made the same reference, but it was completely out of nowhere. Oh no, it was because we went to the guy before we went to Wall Market.
Okay.
There was a guy in one of the sewer pipes who was sick, and you were like, "He's got the sickness," and I went, "Wow!" And then when we were doing Link to the Past, you were like, "I can't think of a single Disturbed song," and I just did that. And I was like, "That's funny."
And that was such a pure moment for me because like I could not remember any of their songs at all, and then you just popped one in that I am very familiar with because it's basically a meme at this point.
Yeah.
I like that he's just twitching it and we're supposed to read it as he's shooting out of his hand.
Go 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 go.
I'm having a fit.
Reno, this guy.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's blowing the beam like right now as we speak.
Bruh. Bro, I'm just gonna let you know right now that this is
the sick
incredibly...
boss music. Have you heard this one
unbro.
yet?
Whoa! The face. This is
I didn't
phenomenal.
even have a chance
He
to-
does not look how I thought he was gonna look.
Where did you think he was gonna look?
Not like this, I don't know. He looks like... Did you ever watch Ruby?
No.
He looks like the main antagonist of like the first season or two. Ruby's pretty solid. It's a pretty good time. Everyone's got a weapon that they make, but what's really interesting about all their weapons, whether it's like a sword, whether it's like bracers, or the main character has a scythe, it's also a gun.
Okay.
And then there's a show that surrounds that premise, more or less. Well, it's not that premise. They're all training to become these magical, not magical, but like legendary guardians for this eventual threat of these monsters that will eventually attack civilization. And then antagonists are like, hey, this thing that powers all of your weapons, we want to have all of that for ourselves. And that's the main plot point for the first couple seasons. And then the obligatory thing happens in all fighting anime where there's a large tournament that takes place. And I think that's like season 3 and into 4. And then after that, there is actually character development, and that's roughly where we're at now.
Okay.
But the guy who writes and directs it, like the lead animator on it, passed away a few years ago. And that's roughly the time I got into it, with someone talking about like, oh my gosh, this guy who like hugely influenced me as an animator passed away. I'm like, this guy, I've never really watched his stuff. And I got into it. I don't think he'd yet passed away, but I think he was very sick, and that's how I was like, oh, I haven't even watched this guy's stuff. And then I got very into it. It's pretty solid. It's a pretty good time.
Oh, wow.
Not the getting sick and eventually passing away, but the show itself.
Did I not buy a grenade?
I like the triangles everyone's in. I feel like there are spotlights.
Those are bad news.
Bad News Bears?
Yeah. That's really bad.
Why did the Bears even go to journalism school if they're just going to write bad news?
That's a good question.
At least it's not fake news.
Yeah, no one wants that.
You know what's fake news? Reno is totally fake news.
Yeah. I
Fuck
don't
you,
know if
man.
I can just damage...
Whoa, Barrett, you want to chill? Oh, he shot you out of the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I thought you had to bolt out of those things, so I was like... Oof.
Bolt cutters?
No, like...
What was your other... Oh,
lightning
cross
spell.
slash. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it said something else. Sorry to have interrupted. I was trying to...
No, it's alright. I was convinced... I thought you had to use, like, your lightning spell on those to release them, but I guess you
Okay.
just attack them and they're fine.
Tight.
But they don't... They're frozen while they're in there. They can't do anything. Which is annoying.
That is highly unfortunate.
Be back.
Have I already asked you who your favorite character is?
Yes, and we decided to leave it until we've got
The
all
whole
the
game's
characters.
here?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I didn't want to, like...
Oh, that makes sense.
Preempt anything. Ba-da-ba-bow.
As I've mentioned, I'm not paying the closest attention to all the dialogue that's going on.
Yeah.
But so far, I think Tifa's my favorite. I also kind of like Barrett. But I also don't know a lot about them. It's mostly just their character design that I'm on board with.
Uh-huh.
And the little bit of character I've gathered so far.
So you're just not on... You're not into Eris so much?
No, she's boring.
Yeah, she's a little bit one note.
I don't know what exactly it is. She's just like... I don't even know exactly what it is that bothers me so much about her. She just very much feels like a trope that I'm not into. The helpless female character is how she feels to me.
Yeah, she's a little bit like that.
And I'm also... Part of what I like about Tifa is that she's a female character, but she's a badass fucking brawler. She will punch the fucking shit out of you.
Yeah.
Typically in RPGs or anime gaming in general, the female characters are, I'm the healer, or I'm the magic user, or sometimes they're like the edgy rogue who, like thief, that doesn't feel emotions and never loved anyone until, oh, I met the protagonist and now I feel. So to see that she's just a complete and total badass and leads this entire band of badasses is interesting to me.
Yeah, she's cool. I'm into Tifa also. Yeah, and Eris is... I mean, she has an important role to play, but, like, as a player character,
Right.
she's very much modeled to be like that. Like, she's never... She uses melee weapons rather than ranged, but they're always, like, a bow staff style thing, and they never really do very much damage. She's definitely intended to be more of a magic user.
Right. The healer that's
Look,
in touch
she's
with her
in
feelings.
distress again.
Oh.
For the third time since we've met her. Eris is in some way need
Again
of
in
rescue.
trouble
Yeah.
and requires rescue.
Also,
Almost
all,
as if.
also, like, all of her limit breaks are healing based.
Okay.
She's really the only one who has that, though. So it is kind of nice to have a healer, but, like, at the same time, what you said is true.
They're doubling down on
She's very
this.
much a trope.
Got you. Richard and I were talking about Yu Yu Hakusho today, and I feel like he was trying to make me think... We were getting a little bit critical thinking about it, and he mentions about how often in that series a major plot point is that one of the female characters need to be rescued.
Mm-hmm.
And he presented this like it was a major revelation, like I should be like, oh my god, you're right, this anime is totally masculine and overly like testosterone driven. But if you've seen any of Yu Yu Hakusho, you know what you're getting into. It's very much so a testosterone driven fighting anime.
Mm-hmm.
The series ends with Yusuke locking himself into a hell dimension where he can overpower his father for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's just not the most masculine-driven bullshit, toxic masculinity bullshit, where I'm like, I need to overpower my mysterious father who's been absent from most of my upbringing.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting into this anime expecting strong female characters. There are some good female interactions, and one of the main male characters is very much so presented androgynously and not as a joke, which is kind of nice, but also, you know what you're getting into when you start watching this anime.
Right.
Does Barrett have a frying pan? What's he holding on to?
It's like a crane.
Oh, I understand.
Crane hook.
I thought it was just like, everybody come on down to Barrett's Diner! Who's hungry? I know saving the world works up my appetite. I also don't know why Barrett is so aggressive in my head, but he absolutely is.
He's a pretty aggressive dude.
He's kind of been
He's always kind of frantic and like shouting
in a fight. Hey, welcome to being leaned back on the couch. How's it feel?
It's nice. It's cool to lean back every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been getting comfortable. I think it's helping my energy a little bit. I think being all curled up, I was kind of like, eh.
Yeah, it gets a little bit like
Bedtime. I'm in fetal position. Oh, hey, there's the headquarters thing.
Yep.
From the cover of the game, I think.
Yeah.
Tight.
That's the one. Yeah, so that was the whole thing. They blew up the beam and they dropped it and probably killed a bunch of people.
Okay, you guys were unsuccessful. That cat! Look at the cat! Or the bear? Is it a bear? What am I looking at? The little play thing that you can go inside of.
I think it's kind of a... Jeez.
You know what? Everybody leave your hot take in the comments below, what you think it is, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Preston Can't Play.
I did it at the same time.
Yeah, it was wonderful. That was a real team thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.